So when I bought this truck, the batteries came like this. They were just thrown in there, and I've been driving it like this. So today I'm going to show you how to make a battery tray for pretty much nothing. I'm going to use the stock tray to make a dual battery tray, so stay tuned. So I got my batteries laid out, and I measured them, how wide and how long it would be. And I just cut some angle iron, and I flipped the end pieces around. And you'll see why here in a little bit. It'll all come together. So I went ahead and laid it out, and I'm going to drill holes in this in a little bit, and you'll see it'll start coming together. I got it tacked, so just basically making a square. And what I'm wanting to do is brace it somewhere. So I'm going to flip it over, and I have a little bit of this flat stock left. I'm going to brace the middle of it to give it a little bit of strength and to hold the battery. That way it kind of strengthens it up. So I went ahead and tacked it in, and I kind of got it in the middle, just eyeballed it. It's just going to hold a battery. It ain't got to be perfect. And it's going to work really well. It's flush. The battery sits down there. I went ahead and tried it. So it should work pretty good. So it's starting to come together. So as you can see, here's the stock battery tray, and now you're probably getting the idea of what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and weld pretty much the frame that we made on top of this battery tray. All right, now you should get an idea of what I'm talking about. I'm using the stock box. I'm just welding the frame onto it, so I ain't got to do a bunch of fabrication with legs and all that stuff and new mounting points. So we just got to make the strap for the top. So this is what it's going to look like in the truck. Like I said, I flipped these around to make these because they're going to come up here and there's going to be a strap on top. This is going to go bye-byes. But I like the batteries up here, compact, out of the way. Let's go and get the batteries in here, test it, make the strap, take it back out, paint it, put it back in, and I'll show you the final product. So I got it bolted into the truck. This thing is solid, it's not going nowhere. So let's set the batteries in it and measure for the strap. So basically I'm gonna have a strap. It's gonna come down here to this lip we made through a hole, and it'll be nutted, and you can tighten it down and it'll hold it. So what I've done here is drilled a hole here, did the same thing on the other side. I have a cable up under here I gotta get out, just put this battery down in there. I was just mocking this up. So I'm gonna run all thread up through here, cut it off to where I need it to be, and then I'll be good to go. This is what you're left with. Hole down here. I Loctited this. And then you have this up here. I left this a little bit long just in case I get a battery that's a little bit taller. But this is how you make a homemade battery box on the cheap for free. A lot of people have this stuff laying around, like all thread and nuts and stuff like that. So you can make it just like I did, but this is basically going to work really nicely. Then this is what you're left with. I'm going to clean up this wiring and get it all situated. But everything, the hood shuts. It's mounted right here. It's away from everything. This is coming out of here because there's an intake coming right here. Now if you have a turbo, this is not going to work. This setup ain't. I'm going to have to move this whole thing over here, which is no problem. I'm not running a turbo, not planning on it. So this will work just fine.